Okay, final problem. This one's a tough one. This one's probably the hardest of them, but I sort of like it. Actually, I like this one a lot. So here it is. What you're doing is you are applying to college. Let's say that. A lot of you are going to be doing this next year. So let's start off with applying to college. And let's go with the old-fashioned ways where you, write an application and send it in an envelope, right? Okay, so you're applying to college and you're sending it into an envelope. Now, what you have is you have your stacks. You have your stacks of applications. Here's all your applications, right? And here's all the envelopes. And basically, what happens is you've written your applications, and you've made sure they're different because maybe maybe one's an art one, so you have to kind of emphasize your artistic abilities, or one's more science-y, so you have to say, hey, I took AP biology, etc., etc. Okay, so your applications are all different. And obviously your envelopes are all addressed to different colleges, so they're all different. So these things are all different. But you just have them sitting there, and your mom comes in and says, ooh, I know what, I'll help out. And so she stuffs the applications in the envelopes and sends them off, right? I want to know, and it's just random. It's just random. So the application in the envelope is totally random. I want to know, how many ways, given n applications, how many ways given n applications are there to send no application to the correct college? So, for example, let's say you only have one application in one envelope. And so your mom comes in, she picks up the one application, the one envelope, she puts it in, she sends it off. Obviously, since there's only one of them, it's going to the correct. So how many different ways that no application is going to the correct college is 0. What about n equals 2? Well, with the n equals 2, obviously, you could either send them to the correct one or just swap them. So how many different ways is 1? What about n equals 3? Well, okay, so let's think about this. So let's say we have colleges A, B, and C. To get them to not go to any one of them, we can't flip it. We basically just have to cycle, right? So like, I would have to do B, C, and A, or I could do C, A, and B, right? Is there any other way? Well, the problem is if I put C here and B here, C and B, well, B's correct, right? So basically I can't flip anything. So this is it. It's just 2 different ways, right? So again, this pattern is looking pretty lame. In fact, though, this is a very interesting pattern, and I want you to kind of continue it, okay? So how many different ways, what about if there are 4 envelopes, right? A, B, C, and D. Well, thing is, right, like how can you, so here's an example. I could be B and A, but then I could do D and C. That would be fine. So how many different ways can I make sure that no envelope goes to the correct college? So that's your question. So I would like you to continue doing this and see if you can come up with a pattern. This one's a pretty hard one, but the pattern is kind of interesting and actually has a special name to it. So see if you can work on that. Thanks.